My name is Tatiana Bosch. I am an independent producer in Miami, working mostly for PS in documentary production. Today, I moderated a panel on international opportunities for funding for international and U.S. filmmakers, where we talked about everything from acquisitions to commissions, including all the possibilities of co-production. There is a lot of information, and I hope you enjoy the presentations that follow.
We are reasonably open in terms of what kind of materials we're looking for. As I said, once they are Caribbean relevant, we would be prepared to engage with them. We do produce some measure of documentary work in the Caribbean. We do some measure of lifestyle program in the Caribbean. The two areas that I think are the weakest genres would be comedies as well as dramas slash soap opera types. We have very little of that production in the Caribbean, largely because of the cost element of it. We have tried some different methods as well of trying to work with some of the stations in the US.
What we have discovered is that most of the corporate entities we have approached, the first question they'll ask you, as most of you know would have heard, is what's your viewership? What's your market share? And they go back to the annual all media survey, and if you don't rank in there, pretty much, no matter how good a script you have, very rare will somebody really say, okay, we're going to work with you on this. But more and more we are finding, however, that as we persist and as we continue to approach them and bring people, personnel looking at our script, having discussions about how they can become involved.
Hola, yo soy Lorenzo Dulmitier, director de programación y producción de Señal Colombia, un canal de radio y televisión nacional de Colombia.
From a production standpoint, I think that the basic is to have a very good proposal and start lobbying and doing a lot of work, contacting different channel distributors or investors. To get the first money is not always, it's not going to make the show. And usually you're just beginning when you get the first money into it. But the trick is that once you approach one or two or three different channels, just make sure that you're not overlapping yourself. And that maybe somebody might offer you a commission, and by your getting the commission and getting all the money, you might be closing some of the doors and have a better product if you have other investors. On the other hand, once you have the commission, you have assured the money, and then you can be free. You don't have to work anymore on raising money. So those are the different roads that you have to take and decisions that you have to make in order to get the funding. The main thing and the main concept behind all proposals is that see what the interest is and what are you trying to do with your story and where can this story play. Can it be in public broadcasting or can it go to a private enterprise such as HBO, Discovery, National Geographic, etc. Look what your story is and pitch to those specific channels.
Hi, I'm Luis Ortiz. I'm the Managing Director for Latino Public Broadcasting. We're an organization that provides funds to independent producers to provide Latino programming on public television.
Again, the independent television service is also becoming one of the big players as far as international funding goes. So they're also interested in co-productions. Sometimes there are some stations, some PBS stations, that will take on a co-production as well. So it just depends on the story and the timing and that type of thing. So start with an organization, a source first, and then see how you can build from that and who they can put you in touch with. We have, we know the key players in the system. We know people at the stations, and hopefully we can connect you to those sources and help build your project that way.
Some of the largest projects we've been involved with. So this is the NEP Super Shooter truck for PGA Golf, NFL football, and NASCAR. Okay, 356 inputs to 48 displays on an OB van. All right. So something that travels around the country, around the U.S., virtually nonstop all year round, right? With all of the motion and judder and all that, you need a very rugged solution to stand that type of wear and tear, build up, tear down. This system is about 3 years old. This is the Fox Digital installation. Very impressive. 512 inputs to the 64 displays. And what you can see here is they've actually rotated the image on the display screens and placed 5 side by side to show preview, program, and all the other associated images. This is a VIP installation. So the VIP I'll show you a little later on. It's a single card solution, right? It fits in the 3RU multi-frame, which is the same chassis as all of our conversion equipment, all of our fiber optics transmitters, distribution amplifiers. Also is the home of one of our multi-viewer solutions. They have 137 multi-viewers, these single card multi-viewers, feeding 137 displays, essentially. And they basically split that between 2 trucks. So the audio guys have displays, obviously production control has displays. So the output cards. The output card accepts those P-links as an input, okay? So we have single and dual output cards that directly, in the basic system, can support 9 input cards or 72 unique video images, okay? In the case of the quad output cards, we have 3 different options available, more or less. This card has simultaneous DVI and HD SDI outputs. This one here has a combination of the fiber, the G-Link outputs, as well as DVI and HD SDI all simultaneously. As well supports up to 9 input cards directly or 72 unique video images.